Welcome everybody, my name's Fish80. We're live on Twitch. This video is also going to be going onto YouTube. We're about to watch the final, the grand final of our tournament number 9, 1v1 number 9. There's a $100 prize pool. There's loads of in-game stuff to be won. And we will be seeing a couple of really, really good players. We've got k0la against Set. Now this is a best of 5. It's a dual final setup because there is a redemption bracket. So that means that k0la hasn't lost any games, any matches on the way to the final. Set has reached the final via the redemption bracket. So if Set wins the first best of 5, there will be a second best of 5 to determine the overall winner. We have lots of 1v1 and 2v2 tournaments going on every month, so if you're interested, make sure you drop by the stream, check out the Discord. The information will be in the description of the video. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to switch, we're going to let the players know that we're ready, and then as soon as they are in the game, we will go. So we'll see, if I just check my notes, we've got a ban from each player. Apep has been banned by k0la, pretty common. But Set has banned k0la. Set is a very strong k0la player. Set has banned k0la. k0la has banned Apep. So remember, there's very few rules. The main rule is no wildcards. No wildcards. You can only have one copy of any card in your deck. That is pretty regular tournament rules. Okay, so we're just loading in to the first game. So we got k0la playing Apep. Of course, he banned Apep, but he can play Apep himself. Set, also streaming, it appears, so hopefully k0la is not stream sniping Set. Play nice, guys. Set on the red team is playing Setsu. Okay, so we've got a future present that has been used. The future present, of course, gives you a random card with a reduced cost. So he's got High Mage k0la, not great. I'm going to be honest. It's been buffed recently, but not great. It is only 1 mana. Okay, that was a mistake. We've seen an early mistake from k0la. Okay, so we're going to be paying attention to both the health bars, and at the top you can see the perk bars, the XP. So Setsu's already at perk 1, so that's blast entry. Setsu can jump into the field. Howling Moon reduces everything to 50% HP and gives you 2 werewolves. 2 werewolves pushing at the bottom. Perk 1 has given crossbow dudes for 0 mana. Okay, this is a very offensive start. Got the stun coming in. The whelp living there is quite important, but we're still getting more damage. The cleaver's clearing this up with the help of k0la. I'm not quite sure how to say her name. We've got a cleaver, 300 damage on face. Fireball coming in to clear, and we've still got the scrats pushing. Now the scrats, of course, it's not doing huge damage per scrat, but there's a lot of them. So he's having to use a fireball to deal with them. k0la is still alive. Remember, that's a 1 mana card from the future present, so that's some good value. XP is still in red's favour. But getting even more value there, doing a bit of damage back to Setsu. The return damage, of course, once it's got mana surge at 6 mana or more, any ranged damage is returned 50% off. k0la L. I'm not sure. We're just not sure. Okay, we've got a cleaver on face again. So under 15% HP, sorry, under 1500 HP, 50% HP. Perk 2 is for both players, which means we've got the shield now for Apep, which is huge. The shield totem means he can't take any face damage for a period of time. Now for Setsu, perk 2 is the combat reload. Setsu's gun, you can see the number of bullets that Setsu has to fire. 2, 1, 0, they're reloading. The reload can be instantaneous using a spell. In that case, the Bridge Buddy spell got the instant reload. And that can be incredibly strong when you get to perk 3. Perk 3 for Setsu is the high-powered laser, where the first shot does double damage, stuns, penetrates. Okay, we've got a werewolf here somewhere. Howling Moon reduces everything to 50% HP and sets the werewolf off. Okay, the werewolf at the bottom there is enraged. You can see it's red. That means it's doing 50% more damage. Good fireball. But the shield is gone. The stun coming in stops the cleaver. Cleaver's looking to finish this. We've got another spell coming in. The Daggerfall. Okay, it's very close on XP. It's very close on health. Okay, the Screaming Scrat's going to do a little bit of extra face damage. The cleaver doesn't quite connect to face. That could be quite important. Okay, so once Setsu gets to perk 3, very strong. Is Setsu going to get to perk 3? Let's find out. We've got a fireball coming in to clear the whelp, do a bit more face damage. Under 800 HP now. Where's the jump going to go? Okay, the jump's a defensive jump to clear those whelps. Now XP is in Blue's favour. Apep's about to get there. Okay, he's got the Scrat Horde. Scrat Horde's really good at dealing with things like the Cleaver, which are single target units. Again, we've got the Howling Moon. Okay, he's got a Bridge Shrine. From Apep's perk 3 is a 0 cost Bridge Shrine. You can use it there as a makeshift wall. Get a bit of XP out of it. Fireball coming in. That's going to be a value fireball though. Clears everything and finishes the shrine off. Okay, he doesn't have the shrine. Sorry, he doesn't have the shield now to deal with Setsu's perk 3. Okay, the stun, the cleaver. Something happened. Something happened. Something happened. I don't know what it was. We came out of the match. I don't know. Did someone's game crash? Maybe. We might have a game crash situation. We'll find out what's going on. Speak to the players and find out what happened. Okay, we had a game crash. More after these messages from our sponsors. Okay, let's just find out what's happening. The players are just discussing what happened. A rage crash situation, I don't know. Reconnect game. We're trying to get to the bottom of it. They don't seem quite certain of what's happening. Rush, what's up? How are you doing? Okay. Just get a clarification on what's happening. The players are unsure. Looks like k0la may have lagged out. I wouldn't say we was in a situation with that where somebody was going to definitely win. Regame. Let's find out what they're going to do. Oh, did they? That's good, Rush. k0la's saying no. Sorry about this, guys, but you know, some things happen like this. Thanks very much for the follows, Brass Tax and Lock Danthon. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so k0la's game crashed. He's going to concede that game. So that means that the first game has been won by Set as the owner. k0la did play Apep. Okay, so this is a best of 5 with a potential second best of 5 coming afterwards. Okay, so let's get re-invited. Need re-invite to spectate. k0la, please. Okay, so that's 1-0 to Set. Best of 5, as I said, so that means the first person to 3. Currently 1-0 to Set. There is no requirement to stick with your master or change your master or your deck. You can basically do whatever you like. So we'll see what the players are going to do for the next game. Okay, I've got my invite to spectate. Switch back to the game. Oh, I'm already spectating, I think. Okay, looks like they're just going. Why wait for the admin to say, let's ready, let's go? We're just going to go. We're going to switch back, see what's going to happen now.
Masters of minions and minions of masters.
Okay.
Prepare to duel.
So k0la's playing Apep, seems familiar. Set is playing Setsu. Seems familiar. Okay. So, what we can gain from that information potentially is that Set feels like his Setsu is strong and he can win again. k0la feels like his APEP, either he misplayed or he got bad RNG. But you can see what he's done now. He's put in a Defenso Chopper. Defenso Chopper is going to be super effective against these werewolves. Okay. Killed almost all of them. Now, the sentry's a little far away. It's going to come in and finish off that. So,
I do love a good upgrade.
see, what k0la's done is he's assumed that the Set playing Setsu is going to continue with the same deck and master, and he's amended his deck to deal with it in a better manner, which is to put in the Defenso Chopper, which of course is very strong against melee units. Shocking and doing return damage. Okay, we've got a double spell coming in. Bit of face damage there. Okay, so we've got Tantrum Throwers. They're enraged. One of them is wolved. Which one we don't know. If he can cleaver one of these, or if he can kill it without it getting to 50% HP. So basically what happens with the wolfing when you give a unit lycanthropy, when it gets to 50% HP, it will turn into a wolf. But if you kill it in one, no wolf. So what happened there was k0la played his Defenso Chopper potentially too early. And then Set took that opportunity. Okay, he tried to grab the bridge with that sewer scrap. It was a little bit of a mistake. That cleaver's coming in hard and hot and fast, but it is denied. So XP again, very similar. HP again, very similar. Fireball's going to clear just about everything. Very good value. Remember, this game's all about mana trades. Fireball in one little unit, not a good trade. Fireballing a great big pack like that, very good trade. Okay, so here he's in a bit of a situation. He's got to spawn something, but he wants to save stuff for the wolves, but he had to spawn something. He's saving his Defenso Chopper for the wolves. Okay. We've got two wolves at the top. He can either Defenso it or drop a shield. In comes Setsu. Okay, he forced the shield out. He thought his Setsu was going to be on face, I think. Okay, he's got his... So his perk 1 is those free propeller scraps. So Set's APEP's perk 1 is a free 2 mana card. And perk 3 is a free 4 mana card. Okay, we've got Setsu pushing at the bottom. Okay, so he had to spawn that a little bit earlier than he wanted to because of he didn't want to burn mana. Okay, Setsu doing some work at the bottom, but not really much. We've got a bit of an XP lead now from k0la. The Defenso Chopper's really helping. Okay, the Bridge Buddies reclaims the bridges. The Set, but still we're over a 20 XP lead, so that's considerable, especially at this time of the game when k0la's looking at perk 3. APEP tends to get stronger as the game goes on, because every rotation he gets the free cards, and perk 3 gives him more valuable free cards. The Defenso Chopper looking very forlorn at the bottom there. Okay, perk 3 is a cannon roller, which is going to be great to deal with these wolves. Very high DPS. Okay, we've got a cleaver coming in from the bottom. We've got a cleaver coming in at the top. The cleaver at the top is going to get... No face hit. Okay, so the cleaver stopped by a small unit. The sewer scrap at the bottom. Okay. So we've got a sizable XP lead and it seems to be growing. That's going to be important because he's going to be pushing towards Mana Frenzy, effectively perk 4.
That tower looks pretty rough.
XP turns into mana. Okay, we've got the stun coming in. Setsu's going to get taken out here. We've got a cleaver though, who's going to take out the cannon roller. Does take a bit of a hit though. We've got Mana Surge on these armoured escorts. Armoured sentries, crystal sentries. I don't know what they're called, something like that. Okay. So again, the bridges are just staying blue constantly here. which is basically because he's got the free cards from APEP. He's going for face with that. He's down to sets down to 410 HP. Okay, the jump. It's not perk 3 yet though. Again, another defensive jump. It's exactly what k0la wants to be seeing. Okay, Cleaver's going to take out the Cleaver. He can just cycle through. A couple of fireballs is almost going to do it. Just needs a little bit of face damage. Okay, the fireball onto face and the wolves is huge value. Okay. So, fireball away. 150 HP. k0la just needs to rotate through his cards, get to his fireball. Set is at perk 3, but it's too late. It's too late. There comes the fireball.
Victory!
And k0la has won it by a large margin in that time. That means it's 1 game all. Very close. Okay, so we got... Okay, so it's 1 game all. Remember, this is a best of 5. So, 1 game all, first to 3. Potentially another best of 5 after this. But again, we'll see what are they going to do. Are they going to switch to a different master, a different deck, or are they going to stick? k0la is... I mean, it sets in the strange situation where his deck destroyed once and then didn't. So that's tricky for him to decide what he wants to play. Is he going to try and get inside k0la's head? Is he going to be thinking, is k0la going to change his deck? And then is k0la going to be thinking, is he going to think I'm going to change my deck, so I'm not going to change my deck? Or is he going to then do the double? And it gets really confusing. You're trying to guess what your opponent's going to do. Who knows? We'll find out though. That's for sure. Okay, we've got a message here. Just got a quick question about what cards are banned. We did ban the legendary season cards. Just because didn't feel it would be fair for everyone to have it. That's fine. Yes, I believe we did ban those. We had a discussion about it. I believe we did decide to ban those. The legendaries. So Ting Tang Tung, High Inquisitor Ardera and Yahoon were banned. They're the 3
Let's
legendaries
go!
from the expansion.
Come to me, Minion!
Okay, let's go. We're into our next game. Game number 3. Let's have a look. k0la, sticking with APEP, set to switch to Volko. Now normally, in most of the high-level tournament games we've had, APEP is normally banned, because it's seen as one of the strongest masters. A good player with APEP can almost be unbeatable. But it looks like k0la's taking the advantage that set banned Diona. I'm sure he had his reasoning. So k0la's taking the advantage to play APEP. Okay, so we've got a Future Present, which is given a 2 mana Crystal Sentry, as you can see at the bottom there. And from his APEP's perk 1, he got the Boomer. Okay, we've got a Cleaver, takes out the Crystal Sentry. It's going to go to work, doing a lot of damage, but it will get stunned. But remember, a Cleaver, when it gets stunned, actually attacks faster. Because the stun, in this situation, The stun cooldown is actually less than the regular cleaver cooldown. What's up, Illyri? How you doing? We're just spectating this tournament. This is going to go on YouTube, so it's a little bit difficult for me to keep up with chat. Yes, this is a tournament match. This is the grand final of our 1v1 number 9. This is game 3. One game all so far. XP is very similar. Now, so Volko is very different to the heroes we've seen so far, the Masters, if you will. It's called Mini Masters, not Mini Heroes. Because every time a card is played by Volko, as long as he's holding his marked bridge, if you look at the bottom bridge, you can see there's a red mark on it. As long as he's holding that bridge, every time he plays a card, he's going to do 60 damage to his opponent's face. Now, that can be neglected a little bit with Apep, because of course he's got the shield. So, you see k0la doing his best to hold the bridge there. Very difficult though, of course, when perk 2 is active for Volko, which is to burn the bridges. Now, k0la's face damage, he's taking quite a lot of face damage, so he needs to be careful. It's tricky as Apep knowing when to use your totem against Volko, because you want to use your totem to defend the afterburner perk 1 damage, but also you need your totem ready when you've got a cleaver on your face or something. Okay, so we got a cleaver, we got a dragon whelp and a defenso chopper pushing at the one. They're all very low HP. Oof, that cleaver hit would have been nice. It was denied. Okay. Now that back could have taken that bridge. That was a bit of a misplay. A little bit late on that. If you play your air units appropriately, you can grab bridges as the unit passes by. So if you're fighting and you've taken the bridge, that's perfect. So 110 XP for k0la, 97 XP for Set. So he's a little bit behind, but face damage is becoming a little worrying for k0la. 1340. What Setsu does is just slowly wears you down. Okay, interesting. Takes the big hit from the little unit and the cleaver can escape scot-free. Okay, perk 3, what did he get? He got another Crystal Sentry. He got a 0-cost Crystal Sentry this time. So there's a 2-cost and a 0-cost. Normally it's a 4 mana card. This time he can spawn 2 of them for 2 mana. That is the power of Apep. But here you see more face damage from the afterburner coming in. He can't really deal with a cleaver on his face.
Not looking good. Blue may need to rethink their strategy.
That was a big cleaver hit. That's a problem. Now, without making excuses, I know Set plays on a terrible internet connection, which could really hamper him trying to react quickly. But we've seen him play a lot, and did I say Set? I mean k0la. We've seen him play a lot, and he always plays very well. So I don't think that should be a problem. Cleaver on cleaver. Okay, so perk 3. Thanks for the follow, Ostimus Tron. So perk 3 for Volko is all melee units are enraged. So you can see that the cleaver is red. The warrior is red. The dragon whelp is red. That means they're raged. They're doing 50% extra damage. So the situation we've got here is that k0la is ahead on XP, but struggling with face damage. Can he get the Mana Frenzy before he's dead? Basically, that is the situation here. He's got his totem up to stop the afterburner damage. Burn the Bridges is perk 2 for Volko, burning everything in sight. Very, very strong. So what he's doing here is doing his best to hold this bottom bridge. He's got a Screaming Scrat, he could take a hit from that if he wanted to. Deems it unnecessary. Okay, so he needs to get to 200 XP, he's on 183 so far. Trying to keep that bridge non-red constantly. either neutral or blue. Then he won't take damage from Volko's perk. And then when he doesn't have the bridge, he can utilize his shield. Shield totem. Okay, so again, the bridge is blue. Keeping the bridge controlled, or at least contested. Okay, so now he's managed to get there to Mana Frenzy. So Mana Frenzy is where your XP turns into mana. XP is gained organically through the game and from holding bridges and various other mechanics. So he needs bridges. Once he gets a reasonable hold on some bridges, he should be able to just overwhelm his opponent by being able to just spawn considerably more than his opponent. Baseball, Fireball going for face. So here we see we've got the burn the bridges. He's got air units. Okay, he's had both bridges. He's down 255 HP. Set's rotating on face. 175 HP. But here we go. That's GG. k0la has won that by a much closer margin. But that is the power of APEP. The shield, the free cards, the quick rotation, the value. Once you get to Mana Frenzy, you can just almost constantly spawn. So, this is best of 5. k0la is currently 2-1 up. Now, as we spoke about earlier, if k0la wins this, best of 5, that's GG. That's the end of the tournament. k0la is the champion. If Set wins this, because of the way he came back from the redemption bracket, he has to win 2 best of 5. It's a little confusing, but it makes sense if you think about it. Because Set has already lost a match in the tournament. It's not fair for k0la to lose a match and then be out. So basically everyone has a chance to lose a match but still progress or live to fight again. So k0la effectively has 2 lives. He is 2-1 up here though. We'll just check our Discord, see if we've got any messages coming in from the players. Any... Okay, looks like we're okay. These guys are both great players, both nice people. We shouldn't have any issues. With big smiles. Okay, so we're just waiting to see what they're going to go. Here we go. Remember, they can choose masters, change masters, swap, stick, whatever they want to do. The Crystal Century RNG was pretty savage, for sure.
Masters, get dueling!
Okay.
Come to me, minions.
So, guess what? k0la is playing APEP. Set is playing Volko. Okay, so we've got a 3 mana Annihilator from the future present. Okay, so if you watch at the bottom here, he didn't do as well as he could have. If you time that right with the Dragon Whelp placing the Sewer Scrat, you can actually both grab the bridge and kill the Whelp. Okay, this is a little scary because there's going to be a cleaver hit on the face. Hopefully not more than one for k0la. But that's a lot of damage. Every time the cleaver hits, that's huge damage. Okay, so again, he's trying to use the Shock Rock to get some more value out of the Whelp. Doesn't really get much value.
The mighty Apex stands triumphant.
Okay, so perk 1 is the Crossbow Dudes. 0 cost Crossbow Dudes. APEP perk 1. Nice little bridge grab, little anti-air. The problem we have already is k0la's leached quite a lot of health. He's lost... Oh, that Smite comes in very strong. Takes out the Annihilator. XP is a problem though for k0la. Look at the XP already for Set. He's approaching perk 2. k0la's not long been into perk 1 territory. Now perk 2 is the burning bridges for Volko. That makes it very difficult to fight on the bridges, control the bridges. And of course that feeds in with Volko's first perk, where if he controls the bridge, he does damage every time he plays a card.
My fire grows.
Okay, so 10 XP behind. Perk 2 is available for set for Volko for red. Cleaver's going to take out the Annihilator. Burn the bridges is going to take out. Okay, so burn the bridges. That's a 0-cost spell. Very good value there. Okay. He does have the shield totem, but he does need to deal with this cleaver before it can start doing damage. The shock rock to the shield totem stuns the totem, so there's no protection from the totem, and then the cleaver hit comes in. So that's very nice timing from Set. Extra 300 damage where it looked like he wasn't going to get any. So if you just joined us, this is the final of our 1v1 number 9 tournament. k0la against Set. This is game 4. So we've got APEP again, of course, for k0la. And we've got Volko again. So if you just joined us, Set won the first game, and then APEP and k0la have won the next 2 games. So if k0la wins this, kind of a GG situation. The stun again on the shield totem gets the value from the cleaver. That's a very nice play, because otherwise that cleaver is just a waste. It's just going to be hitting on a shielded master doing nothing. Very nicely done. The stun comes in, doesn't get everything though. Okay, so XP is now in k0la's favour. The extra cards, the cheap cards, the mana saving each rotation tends to allow APEP to basically ramp up as the game goes. Well, we saved the Annihilator there, that could be important. So as we're seeing here, APEP pushing strong towards perk 3. It's going to be a free English, a free 4 mana card. Okay, this is an interesting situation here. Okay, one thing you need to consider about Volko is Volko can't hit air. So air on Volko's face is a potential problem. Volko has to have some kind of assistance. I speak very good England, thank you. Again, we've got the cleaver push in. We've got a bounty sniper there from his perk 3. Can be very useful. Remember, the bounty sniper is just like a regular sniper, but every time it gets a kill or hits the master tower, it grants you 2 XP. Doesn't sound much, but it soon adds up. Okay. Perk 3 is about to hit for Volko, which is going to be enraged. All melee units are going to be enraged. 365 HP left to Set. Okay, this cleaver on cleaver, that's nice because that cleaver is very dangerous. We've seen that he can do face damage with the cleaver, even with the shield totem. Okay, that smite is a hugely strong card. Nerfed recently a little bit. Still does 250 damage. One of the new season cards. Okay, so perk 3 has only just happened for Volko. But APEP's pushing towards Mana Frenzy. Now, the important thing here is Set's at 155 HP. That means 1 fireball and he is dead. There it is!
We have a winner, ladies
k0la.
and gentlemen. Give it up for Blue!
The power of APEP has won our grand final by 3 games to 1. We started off strong with Set winning the first game. Well played, Set. Set in the chat, well played. Set won the first game. k0la stuck with APEP throughout the final. Hasn't been able to play APEP due to bans in the previous matches. He stuck with APEP and he won the next 3. Best of 5. 3 games to 1. A huge well played to both k0la and Set. Well done for getting to the final. Well done for an awesome final. We had some very good games. We saw some skilled plays from both players, which is always nice to see. And a big thank you to everyone that's been involved in the tournaments, and a thank you to my admins for helping out. Deadshot and Anna Urinkes have always helped out with my tournaments, so I really appreciate your help. And yes, stay tuned for the next tournaments. 1v1, 2v2s coming soon, and maybe more tournaments on the horizon. So a huge thanks to everyone that tuned in. Remember, I'm normally on Twitch on 9 AM Eastern, 1 PM GMT, due to the weird time zones at the moment. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Bad as a Fish 80 on Twitch. I'll see you there, or anyone else. Stay safe. That's it, we did it! I'm back, chat. I can talk to you. Leary, what's up? How are you? Okay, hold on. Yes, that is it. Let's just put a marker, stream marker, end of